Welcome to Horrify Environment. If you are new here, you can subscribe our channel. We upload daily horror videos. There's a road that wends through thick forests and desolate fields in the middle of rural America that people talk about in whispers because of its shadowy past. This road, just called Willow Hollow Road, has been the scene of many terrifying stories and terrifying experiences. One of these tales, about a nocturnal drive that permanently changed the lives of those who dared to travel along its unsettling path, sticks out as especially horrifying. A bunch of daring friends made the decision to go for a late-night drive along Willow Hollow Road on a chilly autumn evening. The driver, Jake, was well known for enjoying thrills and excitement, and his buddies, Mike, Emily, and Sarah, were excited about what was ahead. They had no idea that their voyage would soon take a dark detour into the unknown. The thick vegetation appeared to close in around them as they descended farther into the night, throwing unsettling shadows over the street. The engine's hum and the sound of leaves rustling in the breeze were the only sounds audible. Sarah shuddered as a wave of uneasiness washed over her. Jake suddenly floored it, bringing the car to a skid stop. They noticed a figure standing in the center of the road, its features hidden by a cloak of darkness, in the faint glimmer of the headlights. With his heart racing, Jake hesitated and then eased the car forward. The apparition appeared to disappear as they got closer, leaving just a shiver of fear in its wake. Breath stopped in her throat. Sarah looked around the woodland, almost expecting to see the stranger with the mysterious appearance hiding in the shadows. Jake was relieved to be on the move once more and drove quickly down the street, wanting to get as far away as possible from whatever was hiding in the shadows. However, the discomfort persisted, biting at the borders of their awareness like a ravenous animal. Silent miles went by, and you could feel the strain in the automobile. Then, as they were starting to unwind, the engine gave out, abandoning them in the midst of nowhere. When they realized they were all alone in the suffocating blackness of the forest, panic broke out. Jake made a fruitless attempt to start the engine, but it stayed obstinately silent. They had no choice but to walk in quest of assistance, and they were nervous with every step. Every sound of the forest came to life around them, sending chills down their spines with every rustling and whisper. Following what seemed like hours of exploring, they came upon an ancient, run-down farmhouse tucked away in the middle of the forest. Feeling relieved, they slowly made their way over, expecting to find assistance. But when they got closer, they saw the reality. The farmhouse had been deserted for a long time, with broken windows and disintegrating walls. They looked about desperately for any sign of life, but all they could find was quiet and darkness. Realizing they were completely alone and at the mercy of whatever evil power inhabited this dreadful land, Sarah's heart fell. A faint muttering came from the depths of the forest, just as they were about to give up hope. They had never heard anything like this cacophony of eerie, mesmerizing voices before. They followed the sound into the darkness, drawn more and farther into the unknown with every step, unable to resist its pull. The whispers became louder as they traveled more into the forest, resonating inside their heads like a chorus of lost souls. With their senses overtaken by the oppressive darkness, they staggered aimlessly into the undergrowth. Just when they believed they could not walk any farther, they happened upon a moonlit clearing. A lone figure with a ragged cloak covering its features stood in the middle of the clearing. It drew them in without a word, a strange light shining in its outstretched palm. They drew closer, their steps deliberate and slow, mesmerized. The figure's face finally revealed itself to them as they got closer. It was a visage contorted with madness and age, its eyes blazing with an otherworldly fire. Sarah suddenly became aware of the reality. They had discovered the source of the whispers, a creature that was eternally stuck between two worlds, and neither living nor dead. The knowledge of their true situation struck her like a lightning strike in the night, sending a chill down her spine. However, the figure spoke in a voice that rang true to the core of their beings before they could respond. It said, "Welcome, travelers, in a mesmerizing yet ominous voice. You have discovered the entrance to the afterlife, a place of gloom and doom. Come along with me, and we will dominate this globe forever. Sarah felt a sinking sense as she realized they were stuck in a nightmare from which there was no way out, and had become pawns in a game far bigger than they could have ever imagined. Their shouts resounded through the night as the figure reached out to seize them, only to be engulfed by the darkness lurking just beyond the edge of reality. The story of Willow Hollow Road endures to this day, serving as a warning to anyone who dare to travel into the unknown. The sounds of that terrible night still reverberate, serving as a warning of the horrors that lurk just beyond the end of the world, even if the road is covered in darkness and its secrets kept concealed from inquisitive eyes.